How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh. Well, I went to bed last night, left the chicken soup on warm to give it to the outdoor cats. I was afraid to eat it. Woke up with a towering inferno in here. Wasn't on fire, but it boiled all the water away, so I ain't gonna do that again. So 3 packages of chicken went down the drain. Didn't go down the drain, but figuratively. And I got another thing to say. You see, you got the rat here. And the rat... that's Cat Crapio. And that's Rally Squirrel. And that's who? See? Yeah, that's what the rat does. The rat coffee cup. And it's refreshing to see rats go down the drain where they belong. Down the sewer where they came from. And speaking of sewers, we got a guy in Dearborn, Michigan. This nutbag. And I guess we'll have Crapio on Coast to Coast AM tonight as the new George Norrie terrorism expert. Sorry, not terrorism. Terrorism expert. This guy went to the Dearborn City Hall, and when they told him to take his stuff out of the pockets for the metal detector, this nutbag attacked the security guard or the cop with a knife. Well, he's no longer with us. And I guess that Crapio will say it's Muslim terrorism. Nobody knows that for a fact. It just happened. Dearborn City Hall is on lockdown in 2 schools. We're going to see more and more of these events happening around the country. But half of them or more maybe are going to be just crazies, not Muslim terrorists. That's the problem we have. You can't separate the Muslim terrorists from the nuts. And here's a video of this guy, Roop Raj from Fox 2, drives by the City Hall. Watch this video. You can see all the cop cars there. Everything's cordoned off. Because some guy wouldn't obey the rules. Was he a Muslim terrorist and knife? I doubt it. But he's a dead terrorist now, or dead idiot. So they shot him. He lunged at a security guard. He ain't with us no more. And pretty soon, I'll do everything in my power to make sure Crapio ain't with us. Including contact authorities. If someone will please tell me what city he lives in, I don't want to have to go wade through 7 million videos looking at Crapio's ugly face. Maybe I can just turn the video off and just listen to it. That's bad enough. Tell me where he lives so I can contact the police there, the sheriff there, the DA there. I'm sure that making death threats online might be a violation of a parole probation. Because I know, having been on probation myself, you have to refrain from all criminal activity, associations with criminals. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. You're not allowed to do certain things. And I'll tell you one thing, if he goes back to prison, I'm going to make damn sure, with whoever sends him to prison, that if he gets out again, a codicil is he's not allowed to use the internet. Because I can talk to parole officers. When I was an emancipated minor at 17 and a half, I lived with a probation officer in Las Vegas and his family. I was declared an adult because my mother was so abusive to me. She came in when I came home from school. I had hundreds of science fiction books, most of them autographed, film, everything else, on 35 millimeter reels. It would be worth a fortune today. She decided she didn't like it in her house. So when she threw away my comic book collection, it would be worth millions today. Because I had Spider-Man, I had JLA, and all the first issues of all the Silver Age comics. I wouldn't be doing videos today, I'll tell you that. If I had those, I'd be selling them. Threw those away. She threw away all my books, all my stuff. And that's when I freaked out and ran away from home. And that's how I got involved with the probation officer. He got the court to make me an adult. My big mistake was I didn't enlist in the Air Force, or I didn't stay in Vegas. I moved back in with the woman because she begged me, I need your help because your father's causing problems. So stupidly I went back to San Francisco instead of staying in Las Vegas. I worked for a living. I can't anymore. This is what I do. And I'll tell you another thing. And I want to say hello to the guy on Bellgab. He said he'd like to donate because when he can't, because they just had a baby. I can understand that. One reason I didn't have children, it cost a fortune to raise them. And I don't know if I had the temperament to, but I'll tell you one thing. We saw 2 little girls last night. They were cute as a bug. They were twins. They were both dressed in the same dresses. And Kathy says guys melt when they see little girls. Yeah, normal guys do. They say, oh, that's so cute. And yeah, I wish I'd had a child. I wish I'd had a little girl or a little boy to raise right. To raise the right values. This is what you do and this is what you don't do. And this is how you treat people and this is how you expect to be treated. Of course, some of the trolls on Bellgab and that troll Crapio don't know what the right values are. Neither do the terrorists. All they understand is it's all about me. And what I want. And someone else's rights, and someone else's views, and someone else's religion, and someone else's opinion don't matter to me. I'm hating, and I'm going to kill, or I'm going to hurt, or I'm going to maim, or I'm going to blow property up or wreck property. That's that Occupy Wall Street guys. And the Black Lives Matter, because they riot and burn stuff down. Now, thank God in Baltimore last night, they had a hung jury in a Freddie Gray trial. And I heard a brief news report saying the prosecutors may be hampered by that mistrial. They may not be able to retry it. But they were peaceful. Of course, it is winter time, but I don't know what the temperature is. I know in New York yesterday was 70 degrees, which is nuts. They should be having blizzards by now. They're all blaming that on El Nino, that stuff. So this really isn't a video about much of anything except this Dearborn thing. I went in the kitchen, turned on the air blowers, opened the front door. It's freezing cold out there. Didn't wake up to feed my outdoor cats. They'll get fed today. I fed Orangey. He's so cute and soft. One day I got to do a video of me feeding Orangey. He comes up to me and lets me pet him, and lets me hold him and squeaks. And one of these days we're going to pick him up, take him in the car, and bring him over here. So he knows where I live, and we knows to get food, so he won't be hungry. And I would love to find him a home. I've been feeding him for 5 years. He's a big, soft, sweet, fluffy orange tabby. Very friendly, very gentle. The only time he gets mad, little girl, the litter mate of my kitties, goes over and tries to eat his food. Because he's on the other side of the building or across the creek. I feed him now at the senior center. And some jerk, I whistle for Orangey. I can't do it now. I'm out of breath. I whistle for him, and some jerk was repeating the whistle to confuse the cat. I don't know. Got some real jerks in this building. But he comes to me, here's our Prius, and he comes and rows and nuzzles against me, and he's so friendly. I won't let anything starve. I wouldn't let anybody starve. I'd even give Crapio food if he came to the door. He wouldn't try to kill me. That's my nature. I'm a poor man who'd like to be richer. I'd like to have to not worry about, can I pay for my light bill 1 month? The lights would go out because I can't pay the electricity. Because I got too many other bills. Or do I eat today? But you know what? The cats are always fed. And if Kathy comes up here, I come up with something. She's hungry, I come up with something and feed her. That's what you do when you're a man and you're responsible. You take care of things. But it ain't easy on $887 or $89.40. It's 40 cents. They give you 40 cents. And thanks to Obama's economic policies, where they say they don't count gas as a CPI, but yet the inflation rate's lowered because of the gas prices, you get no raise. Not just me. People on veterans' pensions, people on other Social Security, and federal workers. None of them get a raise this year. Merry Christmas, America. And the only thing Elizabeth Warren had said of any substance, she put a bill in to give everybody on disability and everybody on Social Security and everybody on VA pension a $500 raise in what they get a year. And yeah, that would be inflationary, but $500, hell, that would pay my internet bill, my PG&E bill, my rent. I'd still have stuff left over. I'd almost vote Democratic, except for one thing. Democrats promise stuff with one hand, they take your rights away with the other. Like gun rights. And it's not gun rights. That's the problem. It's not gun ownership that's the problem. There's a map I got on my screen. Hold on, I'm going to move this over so you can see this map. And there's an updated map I just saw. This map. There it is, folks. You can see it, except that the updated... Oh, no. Vast majority of murders in the U.S. are committed by Democrats, of Democrats, and for Democrats. Well, the guy's being sarcastic, and he missed Miami. But there's an updated map I saw the other day in a post. Those are all democratically controlled cities. Chicago, Michigan, Detroit, Dearborn. Here's Cleveland or Cincinnati, I'm not sure. Washington, D.C. area, Boston, down in Texas, Los Angeles, Oakland. Murder capitals. Chicago just reached the thing. The murder capital of the country is Chicago. And it's not white on black crime, it's black on black crime and black on white crime. They're killing their own. And they march and all that. They should go out with the police and find every drug dealer, every pimp, and beat them within an inch of their life, put them in handcuffs and drag them away. And put them in solitary confinement for life. But that'd be really too good for them. I like what the only one thing I like what the Muslims do in Malaya. They kill you. You sell drugs, you're executed. No problem. Hell, they whip you if you chew gum and spit it on the sidewalk. They don't have any worries about political correctness. Spend millions keeping these people in jail. Now, I'm not talking about some guy selling a bag of weed. I got no problem with pot. I got a problem with the federal government that tries to tax the pot dispensaries in Oakland and put them out of business. There are people legitimately in pain that use marijuana. They got cancer and stuff. They use marijuana. Federal government needs to stay out of our lives. And I just saw Time magazine. I didn't look at the cover article. I'll do that next time we go to Barnes & Noble. Or I'll go to the library. There's a move to legalize marijuana in the middle of the country. And more power to them. I'm a libertarian on some issues. Prostitution and marijuana. And getting the government out of our lives. I got enough government control to live in this building. And I'll tell you another thing. If you donated to me, I'd use the money to go on my trip to L.A. That would mean I have money freed up to pay my basic bills. Or maybe even get ahead for basic bills. And I'll tell you another thing. Once I get all the credit cards paid off, then I start saving for my own car. Get me a used 4x4 hybrid. A Toyota, what the hell is it thing? Highlander hybrid. Cost me anywhere from $65,000 to $9,000. Then pay off my traffic fines, get my license back. So you Bellgabbers can't bitch I'm driving without a license. And I can go to any event I want, drive myself. Don't have to have Kathy with me unless she wants to go. And the problem is the woman has no patience. When I do a video, she starts bugging me. When I'm in the Apple store, what's tedious? I'm charging my iPad. Leave me alone, woman. I'm not being mean when I say that. She doesn't have any sense of, I want to go. So I go where I want, do what I want, create video content or anything I want to do. And being out and about, I wouldn't be sitting around eating. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair. And that's another thing. I spend a lot of time in this chair. Too much. And this chair is not a comfortable chair to sit in for long periods. There's a bar back here. A lump that hits my lower back. And that's where my pain is from 1972 when I fell down a flight of stairs. It is not easy for me to sit here. Now, I weigh too damn much. I admit that. There's my gut shaking. Next month, the 31st, I go to CVS. I'm going to get 8 bottles of Slim Fast. I'll drink one on video. That's the only way I know other than walking to lose weight. I got a friend we have argued. You won't lose enough weight walking. Hell, I lost weight walking 2 years ago. I walked to Safeway every day, 3 or 4 miles. Or I took the bus and walked home with my groceries with a shopping cart. But in the wintertime, I don't do it because the cold hits my lung and I start coughing and choking. I can't even get 2 blocks. I got this damn sinus problem, and I haven't taken care of that because I got too many other stuff to take care of, including going with Kathy to do stuff. 8, I go to get this eye infection taken care of, I hope. Then I got to make an appointment with my eye doctor. I got a colostomy and an endoscopy to find out what's wrong with my ulcer. I got other issues going on. I got a lot of medical problems. You guys think, oh, it's just Fat Falky sitting there with his glasses spouting off. No, I got problems. It hurts to get up. It hurts to lie down. I've had people see me scream in Barnes & Noble from the pain of just getting up. Because this knee, the right knee, right there, swells up with fluid from it's damaged. It has to be operated on one day, but the doctor said I got to lose weight. If I don't lose weight, I'm going to wind up in a fat chair like my friend Glenn, who wound up ballooning to 600 or 700 pounds. I don't want to do that. I don't like being overweight. I got overweight because I got sick. I got overweight because I got injured. I got a picture in the living room of me when I was 20. Let's see. 72, 80, 31 years old. I was thin, gaunt. I got another picture of me when I was 20. Kathy said I looked like a skeleton. I wasn't always fat, and I lost weight before, and I'll do it again, but it ain't easy on it. If I had another $200 a month, I'd be eating fruit and vegetables and cut out all the junk. We run around all day. We don't eat all day. We're driving, going here, going there. We're starving. So Kathy last night, I had a piece of pizza. I was able to hold it down. Because my stomach had been messed up for 2 days because of the damn chicken. I came home and that's all I ate. I just had a cup of coffee. But pizza's not what I should be eating. The problem is pizza's addictive. I don't know what they put in that stuff to make you crave more pizza. Although I understand your body craves junk food, there's something in your brain that makes you want more junk food. I got a grapefruits in the icebox. I've been too tired to eat them. I started eating them. That helped me lose weight last year. So, this is just partly a general rant, or I hate the word rant, general talk of what I'm doing. So today I get up, I put away the clean laundry. The 31st or the 1st, we go out and get all laundry done. I don't know if I can get this damn monitor. Oops. I don't know if I can get this monitor moved closer. I guess I could put it there and move the Snoopy phone back, but I need the Snoopy phone for light. I could put it right there, maybe. That's as close as it's going to go right now. Well, let me see. Oops, here goes the parrot. So, that's the parrot for the Pittsburgh parrot, in case you wondered. It actually comes from a chain of gas stations, but I like him. He's kind of cute. So, let's see. I can move this a little bit further up. Okay, that's as close as I'm going to get it. So I'm going to see what else is going on. Let's see. And more email crap. Everybody's doing illegal emails in the Pentagon, including Hillary Clinton, and you want to vote for someone. Let's see. Oh, here's a wonderful story. Yale students sign petition to repeal First Amendment. What a bunch of idiots this is. Here's a bunch of students at Yale, George W. Bush's, and I think George H.W. Bush's, and maybe Jeb Bush for all I know. They put out a petition to repeal the First Amendment. Filmmaker and satirist Amy Horowitz traveled to Yale University. He decided to take this campus free speech debate to its logical conclusion as students had signed a petition called for the outright repeal of the First Amendment. Well, good for him. The result is unbelievable display of total stupidity. He discovered a solid majority of the students willingly signed the petition, several expressing their enthusiasm for his anti-First Amendment efforts. I think it's awesome you're out there, said one student. And there's the video, and I'm not going to play the video. I guess I'd have to turn the sound down to play the video. Well, let me run the video, and I'll turn my sound off, because I don't want Fox going at me for copyright content. But here he is. Watch this. And he gets these idiots to sign the anti-First Amendment thing. Jeez. All right. Hold on. I'm not going to monetize this. I'm getting sick of this Doers commercial. I'm getting sick of the guy with the diabetes stuff. You can't get away from this stuff. You can't get away from it on my channel. It's the only way I make money on my channel is people click on ads. But once you've seen the ad one, give me a new ad. And I got nothing against Chevron. Okay, I'm going to run this up. You can see this. Here's the usual pack of idiots. This is talking about having a free space on campus, a gun-free zone, a safety zone. Yeah, the guy who got the gun mows away. I'm going to mow away all these people who talk about a free space on campus. The only way you say free on campus is have armed security. So here he is. He goes to Yale University and getting these nutbags to sign a petition to get rid of the First Amendment. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of the press, freedom of petition. So these idiots would turn us into a dictatorship where you couldn't say anything. Where did the parents of these students come from? They didn't teach them about our basic rights. Where a guy from a news station can convince them to take away their own rights. That's what I want to know. I wonder, did Casio go to Yale? Did some of the Bellgab haters go to Yale? Because it's the kind of crap they would say. Except that they couldn't be haters anymore because they wouldn't have any free speech rights. I mean, look how many of these morons are signing this thing. This is why we fought the British. This is why Jefferson and Washington and Adams and Franklin and the signers of the Declaration of Independence and the creators of the Bill of Rights put these in to keep a government from stopping you from speaking and saying whatever you want, to keep a press from being muzzled, because the American colonist press were muzzled by the British, taxed to death. Newspapers, they go in and destroy them with armed troops. This is what happens in dictatorships. They go and the first thing they do, any independent news source, they eliminate. My mother lived in Nazi Germany. She knew what it was like. She saw firsthand what happens when a dictatorship starts and takes away your right. Not only your right to speak, your right to practice your religion, be Christian or Jew or Muslim or atheist or agnostic. Your freedom to assemble, to protest the policies of your government. The freedom of press. The freedom to petition your government. But they take away your right to live. And one other thing. I got to talk about Mr. Crapio. That bugged me and I forgot the last thing. He says, because I support Trump, I'm a racist. That's the first lame excuse that all haters use. If you support something, you're a racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe, and a hater. Donald Trump says Mexico is importing criminals to this country, and they are. Maybe not actively as a government policy, but the criminals are coming here in droves. They're raping and killing. There's sites that list all the illegal alien criminals, most of whom are coming from Mexico, who have killed Americans. A delegation from one of the Mexican states came to Texas and told Texas authorities, we can't afford to take care of these people. We can't house them. Excuse me. We can't feed them. We can't give them benefits. Once they're in your country, they have to stay there. We can't afford to bring them back because we can't take care of them. And Donald Trump, he said he saw dancing Muslims on 9/11. He said he saw thousands. Well, maybe he missaw. I don't know. If I ever get a chance to have 5 minutes with Trump, I'll ask him, what did you see and what made you think, or why do you think you saw thousands of Muslims? But he saw Muslims dancing and cheering, and so did a lot of other people. I'm for Trump because he's the first guy in my lifetime that doesn't bullshit the American people. Doesn't come up with, oh, we have to be nice to Muslims. We have to give jobs to Muslims. That's the real reason we're pissed off. That's what Obama says, John Kerry and Hillary Clinton. They're disadvantaged. I'm disadvantaged. I've got enough money. Do I go out and blow somebody up? No. I wouldn't even blow Casio up. Might get an award for cleaning up the community, making the air smell better. But it wouldn't occur to me. I'm not going to kill anybody or blow them up or terrorize them. I ain't going to stop Casio from talking, but he's got to talk what's right under the law. Same with the trolls. Make crap up, libel, and slander me. That's wrong too. Trump says what he says. And he says what people want to hear. And they believe him. And I'll tell you something else. Ted Cruz the other night said if he had built a wall, he comes president, he'd build the wall, he might Donald Trump pay for the wall. Excuse me. I got the front door open. It's cold in here now. And Donald Trump says this is what he do. He said we spent trillions of dollars in Iraq and trying to overturn a guy in Syria. When our streets and roads are falling apart, our bridges are falling apart, our airports are falling apart. Now, one thing that amazes me, got a whole TWA terminal at New York at Kennedy Airport. The thing's closed. Why aren't they using that for something? House the homeless in there. Do something with it. Turn it into a shopping mall. Beautiful, beautiful art in there. Beautiful artwork. Beautiful sculpture. Beautiful stained glass. The thing's empty because there is no more TWA. Why hasn't that been used for something useful? We got buildings all over this country that can be refurbished. You got train stations in Dearborn, Detroit, and elsewhere that are closed. You could tear out the asbestos, refurbish those things. Yeah, it would cost money. You could turn those into apartments. Imagine something like Grand Central Station in your city turned into a beautiful apartment building with shopping malls, with places to have daycare, farmers markets, banks, coffee shops. You could live and maybe even business could be in there. You could live and work and buy your food all in the same building. It would save on pollution. You wouldn't have to drive your car over hill. Got buildings in San Francisco. Got buildings here boarded up. every time we drive down the road, Kathy asks, is that the car or is that the road? I said, it's a damn road. I can feel every bump on the road. Got potholes and bumps in every road in California, probably. They fix them as soon as they fix, because there's too damn many cars in this state. That's why everybody's got a car. We drove by 2, 3, 4. Went by one house. The guy's got a collector's car. He's got about 8 of them. I'll do a video on that. And last night we saw the most fantastic Christmas tree. I'll do a video on that too. Only problem with the guy with the collector's car, you pull up to take a look at his cards and come out, he's a grouch. What are you doing? Look at my cars. He tells you to get off his property. Yet they're sitting there in a driveway. They're all lined up. Beautiful cars from the 30s and 40s. Guy's got to have some money. And there's the problem with that road. That's the only place in the road to pull over. It's a 2-lane road. But the display we saw last night was incredible. We'll do a video on that. But we spent trillions. Remember Trump a couple years ago said we should have gotten Iraqi oil to pay for our intervention in Iraq. We should have gotten Kuwaiti oil to pay for our intervention in Kuwait too. We didn't get any of that. And they say that Trump wants to put Muslims in camps. That's ridiculous. He wants to vet Muslims to make sure you got good Muslims on this side and terrorist Muslims on this side. If you're a terrorist Muslim, you don't come in here. And, you know, the vetting didn't help those 2 Boston, what is that race? Marathon bombers, their pressure cookers and backpacks. They didn't vet them enough neither, did they? Thank you, Barack Obama, for the deaths and maiming that happened in that. And your security forces. They didn't do their job. They blew it. And ultimately, when we have a terrorist attack in this country, it's the fault of one guy, the President of the United States. Because he's nominally in charge of all those organizations supposed to fight terror. And George Bush was partly in fault for 9/11 because they didn't vet these guys. They were in strip clubs. They could have gone to L.A. and gone to every strip club and found the terrorists who did 9/11. They were sitting there with a babe humping them down on their laps and drinking booze and having a good old time and spying hookers. Wouldn't have been that hard. And I at one time, Osama bin Laden got taken to strip clubs by the CIA. Hey, you want to see a Muslim? Go to a strip club. Because there's hot babes there. Not homely terrorist babes like in San Bernardino. Alright, it's a too long one, but I gotta cut this off. But that's what I'm gonna say. I gotta say a general thing. I could talk for hours on this, and nobody's probably gonna watch it. It's too long. But I will get back into some shorter mode after I wake more fully up and get my voice repaired, because I have been coughing for 3 days. I've still got a cold. Alright, I'm sorry this ran so long. I don't know when MV is going to put me on Bellgab. You got Friday, everybody's going to Star Wars. I think that's out. You got Saturday football, Sunday football, Monday football, maybe Tuesday. Maybe you can put it on when there's one of those Democratic debates. I understand they got one Democratic debate that's scheduled for December 29th, and it's a day of NFL playoffs. Like anybody's going to watch Democratic debate when they're a football fan. All right, have a great day. Stay warm. Stay safe. I'll be back later. Bye-bye.